Where were you born, Fred?
At Parton Farm. At Parton Farm, on the 1st of July, 1914.
Yeah.
At 7:30 in the morning, Mother nearly had me on the night stool, and old Dr. Moore attended me, and my father had to get the pony and trap to get the nurse. Dr. Moore stopped with her till the nurse came. But it was I had a wonderful life because it was all through the war. In fact, we have very funny things. I should never get a little small boy. We always had meals in the kitchen, and my mother went into the kitchen and saw the maid and asked for some more tea. And she said, "What's that big steel kettle boiling for?" And of course there was about 5 land girls in there because it was a big kitchen.
That was the Second World War then?
Yeah, yes. The First World War.
First World War, they were land girls?
Yeah,
oh.
We had land girls, 6 or 7 German prisoners, and they were at Barrow Island, J.H. Jones is. And brother used to take the donkey to march the prisoners up and march them back. Well, coming back to that kettle that was boiling, we had a lot of geese. And Mother said, went to get the kettle off and she could hardly lift it. She lifted the lid up and there was about 4 or 5 goose eggs the land girls were cooking in there. And it was quite a do in those days because my grandfather used to send all these horses from the ministry, and we had a German out of the German household cavalry to break all the horses in.
And that was up at Parton Farm?
That was at Parton Farm, and he used to have a wax moustache and he used to put it in a case. And when we had a very bull with a big abscess in there, and this Edward used to sleep with this bull and keep putting the lance through it with tapes on it to drain it. It was a huge thing about nearly a foot right across the bull's jaw.
Oh, poor thing.
And I used to sit on his lap when he come in for his there. They had the saddle room at the back where all the harness was there, and they had 2 beds in there, one for the household cavalry officer, out the household cavalry, and Edward, who was the manager of the Churchdown back in Germany.
Oh yes.
And he was the best one, but the chappie breaking the horses in, he was very, very strict, everything,
yeah.
Very, very strict. But Edward was more placid, and I used to have food on his lap there when I was a little boy. Then he used to carry me in and put me into bed at home.
Good heavens.
But
what was your life like as a child? What was the village like, Churchdown?
Oh, we used to, Mother always used to get us up about 7 o'clock, and my brother and myself used to ride the 2 donkeys up to Colwell's, opposite the old elm.
Still there,
yeah. And fetch the big batches out. I think they were about 2pence each. And down in the cellar at the bottom was running water, and big piles of butter on these crates of things at the bottom. And he had a big mason troll, and he'd want some butter, he'd put it in a bit and cut a big slab off and put it in a newspaper.
So this was just on the corner opposite the old elm?
Yes, that's the old Colwell's place,
yes.
Mr. Colwell.
Yeah.
And that was...
so that was your bread and butter, was it?
The bread, we had big batches,
yeah.
and they used to come out hot, and that we used to have those with breakfast, with the butter. Because of course there were so many people, with so many moose of it, that Mother used to make butter in the churn. I got the old glass jar still here, and the it was a marvellous life when you lived there, because we had everything. We had a quantity of rabbits and everything.
Yeah, if you wanted something to eat, you've got it, hadn't you?
We had it. Then we had pigs as well, look. And then we used to kill a pig and have the bacon. I remember when I was thinking there was about 10 or 12 sides there, and Father used to do it.